My name is Jenny Braxton, and I am a sexuality and empowerment coach. And Erin and her team supported me launching my signature group program, the School of Pussy-Centered Living. Having the consistent support of Erin and her team was truly just life-changing for this launch. They were so amazing, and it was a long launch period. Like, we launched for 3 months, and so it was a very long time to hold everything and to keep it going. And in the past, when I have gone through launches, and I've had support in the past, but, different types of support, and I just get to the end of the launch and I am exhausted. I have nothing left in me. It takes me a long time to recover. And I honestly ended this launch feeling so good, so energized, like so inspired. And so that was a really beautiful experience to have, that I was just so deeply supported that my energy, not only did it not deplete, like it was literally renewed and heightened by all of the amazing support that I got. It was It was really, really supportive and really helpful for me to not have to worry about any of the like logistical or like nitty-gritty pieces of getting my content out, that I could just really stay in my zone of genius in the creation of content, in doing kind of those pieces of it, and just know that yeah, my raw footage was going to be made into these like gorgeous, amazing reels, and like all of the written content that I was using was going to be posted and put into these beautiful emails. And so it really just freed up my energy and my focus to focus in on my zone of genius instead of having to worry about all of the different things. It was incredible to have that support. The collaboration began because Erin and her team were already supporting me in producing my podcast. And so, because I was already familiar with them in the realms of the podcast, I knew how amazing they were. And so, knowing that I had this big launch coming up, I wanted to have their support. And so, to really step up and just supporting me in all the marketing and the media, social media. I felt so supported in every step of this, and it was so great to have regular meetings where we were really going over the strategy. We were going over all the roles that everybody had, and so every step of the way, I felt like I knew that we were all on board together. I knew it was coming. We knew what we needed to do, and if anything changed in between our actual scheduled meetings, it was so easy to reach out to Erin to get extra support. She or another team member was always willing to jump on a call with me. And so I really felt supported the entire way by the planning and then the execution of that. I really feel like Erin and her team deeply understood my message, my desires, and my brand. And so it was really incredible how they could take the raw material I was giving them and then craft it and finalize it into something that just felt so me and so on brand. And it was really beautiful to be so seen in that way. Like, I feel like they even saw me deeper in my brand, deeper than I had previously seen. And that was really incredible. Also, just their support and their willingness to work with me and what I needed. There was one point in the launch where there was a couple things that like there was just a couple of things that weren't like working out amazingly great. And so I communicated that with Erin, and she immediately stepped up, immediately took care of everything. And like just it was just really beautiful to bring what was coming up, to be so received in that, and then to have her immediately like make the changes, and everything was like so stellar from there. And that felt incredible to be supported in that way. I would 100% recommend their services, and I actually do. Like, everybody who's like, "Oh, I'm looking for some help here." I'm like, "Oh, I know the perfect person." I'm like, "You have to check Erin and her team out. They're so amazing." And I think it's just from everything I've already said, just they are so on top of everything. I just trust that everything's going to be taken care of. They really deeply care, and they really put out such high quality, just the products and the services are just incredible. So I absolutely recommend them all the time. If somebody was wondering if they should work with Aaron and feeling a little bit on the fence, I would just really encourage them to go for it because it's really when we can take the load of everything off our plate and just really be able to focus in our zone of genius and show up in our genius and to let Aaron and the team show up in their genius, it just creates so much space for so much magic to flow through. And it's just such an incredible experience. And so I would highly recommend somebody to give it a try and go for it. And I know that they would not regret that decision.